Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, 1992. This movie sucks. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Even Rutger Hauer couldn't save this flick. Pee Wee Herman plays a Rutger Hauer's underling. Both of them have long hair and pointy ears. Pee Wee Herman looks like his mug shot from 1991. He's got long hair and a goatee. And he's got pointy ears. Anyways, this was right after he got busted for masturbating in a public movie theater. And this Pee Wee Herman show kind of went down the hill. I mean, they stopped making episodes, and eventually CBS stopped airing reruns, which is unfortunate. I mean, essentially, it's a victimless crime. I've fingered my ex-wife in a movie theater one time, and nobody noticed. So I guess it's just a matter of getting caught, that sort of thing. Anyway, getting back to the movie, this is about a dumb blonde valley girl named Buffy. I guess her parents are never home, so she lets her boyfriend sleep over. She's in high school. She's a cheerleader for the basketball team. She has an interesting bunch of basketball players. Not the least of which Ben Affleck, who's in this movie for like 1 second. He's almost like an extra. And the transsexual Alexis Arquette, not to be confused with David Arquette, who's also in this movie. Anyways, a lot of big name actors in this one. A lot of stunt people actually doing the vampire stuff. So, Pee Wee Herman and Rutger Hauer are the two main vampires. Pee Wee Herman gets his left arm chopped off somehow. Donald Sutherland is kind of the monotone, boring Van Helsing character. He trains Buffy how to become a vampire slayer. I guess he's been around since the Dark Ages. He's trained a lot of other women to slay vampires. So this movie is a precursor to the television show. I didn't care for either one, actually. So I remember watching the television show when there was nothing else on back in the 90s. I wasn't that impressed by it either. Other than it had the name vampire in the title. Well, the vampires aren't very menacing. The fight scene with Rutger Hauer is pretty lame towards the end. Matter of fact, all the fight scenes are pretty lame. It's got a cool soundtrack, though. It's got some heavy metal stuff in it. It's about the only thing good going for it. But still, the director is lame. He's got his environmentalist shtick and his anti-Republican false dichotomy shtick going during the rolling credits. So there's that. I mean, during the rolling credits, there's a lame joke that that the vampires were so menacing looking. They looked like young Republicans. That was the joke. Okay. So I guess the director is a trendy liberal. I wonder what he thinks about libertarians. Probably nothing. He probably thinks they're a bunch of teabaggers. Anyways, overall the movie sucked. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. It's really, some of the jokes are funny in the beginning when Buffy plays the dumb blonde routine, but it gets old really quick. The jokes aren't funny anymore, especially if after they start talking about saving the planet. The part was lame. Anyways, I guess the high school dance is supposed to be aimed around saving the planet, Mother Earth. Wow. What a noble concept, not. Anyways. Rutger Hauer waits until the end to go after Buffy because he wants to crash their high school dance party. Buffy's boyfriend dumps her because she's never around. She's too busy fighting vampires, I guess. So Buffy falls for this kind of loser mechanic drunk guy. And he becomes her boyfriend. He actually helps out with some of the sticking the stake through the vampires' hearts. Although it looks more like they're sticking it through their stomach. Actually, in this one, looks a little low blow. Anyways, Buffy does a lot of somersaults and gymnastic stunts. In this one, I don't know if she did her own stunts or what, but that's part of her shtick, I guess. Wasn't that impressive, actually. A vampire is really going to cringe in fear when he starts seeing black flips and gymnastic moves. I don't think so, but I guess that's part of Donald Sutherland's training. Donald Sutherland looks like he went to the school of Lee Majors acting or Jean-Claude Van Damme acting school. He's got that monotone voice. And he says big words like pray as if those are common words during the Dark Ages. But then he kind of comes off as sort of disingenuous, smart person when he keeps saying the word Buffy over and over again. So there's that. Anyways, the movie was boring. Couldn't really grab my attention. There wasn't much horror. You want to see a decent vampire comedy movie, check out Beverly Hills Vamp or Rockula. Those movies are way better than this. Both of which were made around the same time, late 80s, early 90s. So check those out. Anyways, a lot of big name actors in this. I think their talent was wasted. This movie gets a 5.5 rating out of 10 on IMDb. I gave it an even worse rating. I thought it was overrated on IMDb. A lot of people either hate this movie or you love this movie, I guess. Hence the mediocre 5.5 rating on IMDb, which is right in the middle. I wouldn't go so far as to give it 3 stars, though, just because it didn't have much entertainment value. I thought Pee Wee Herman wasn't very convincing as a vampire. Neither was Rutger Hauer or any of the other vampires. It seems like there were less people who were actually bitten than the actual number of vampires in this movie. So I guess they were bitten off screen. That's the only explanation I could think of. But even the bites are kind of lame. I mean, you only see one person with a bloody neck at the dance, and that's after he was bitten. So, whatever. Pretty tame stuff, if you ask me. PG-13. Come on. What's the 13 for? Trying to think. Still can't think why it's rated PG-13. Anyways, pretty lame movie. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone later.